Here we are in the beautiful Sangre de Cristo Mountains of southern Colorado. Welcome to this week's Simple Sweet Sunday. I hope that you've had a wonderful week and thank you for tuning in and joining. What I love about the mountains is that it presents an opportunity to feel grounded, yet also feel like you're a part of this massive, ever-expanding sky, limitless possibilities. So in this week's Simple Sweet Sunday, we're going to be focusing mainly on the air element in the body, which is kind of funny because here in Colorado, where I am right now, we're at about 8,000 feet, and there is a lot less air than we are accustomed to, or than I'm accustomed to. So, yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. Anyway, we are going to be focusing on the area of the chest, the arms, the collarbone, the upper back, shoulders, the wings of the body, the upper chest, and even into the base of the throat, roof of the mouth kind of area. So we will move slowly. We'll have some rhythmic movement this morning, as well as some held classical poses, and end with a meditation that helps to slice the chords of conditional love and open up to receive unconditional love from yourself. So I hope you enjoy this week's Simple Sweet Sunday. Let's get started. We're going to start out a little different this week, so go ahead and step your feet about one leg's distance apart. Good. Make sure that your feet are in a comfortable position. They don't have to be internally rotated or neutral or turned out, just whatever feels like a natural wide stance for you. Okay, so here we are. We kind of like the base of the mountain with our legs and the peak of the mountain with our head, right? Let your arms rest down by your side, just like that snow blankets the sides of the mountain. Let your arms drape and blanket the sides of your body. Close your eyes. Let your awareness first move to your breath. Notice where you feel the breath creating movement in your body. Take your awareness to the place where your feet are connected to the ground beneath you. And then draw your focus up to your navel, that navel drawing slightly in, helping to create width in the back of your body, stability, connection to that fire element, that heat. And then move your awareness to the tip of your ears, the top tip of your ears, and let's imagine there's two strings attached to the very tips of your ears, gently pulling upwards. So the head is just freely balanced at the top of your spine, supported by the navel center, supported by the base. And then the top of your head is soft. Maybe you could imagine that warm sunlight on the top of the head, cascading down the center of the body, behind the eyes, through the throat. Center of your chest, navel, low belly, pelvic floor. Okay, now we're going to step our feet wide and externally rotate the feet just so that you're comfortable here. And go ahead and just start to bounce with your knees, feeling the weight of the body into the legs. add some arms. So we're going to take our arms and bring them in and open, in and open. So with each little bounce, the arms are opening and closing. Together, apart, together, and apart. Good. Now let's get the upper back involved, okay? So we're going to go around and open, and around and open, around and open, around and open. A few more. So the exhale when you come forward, the inhale when you open to the sky. Good. All right, let's step the feet together. Take your arms out wide and up. Take your right arm over your left arm underneath. Rest your awareness to the space between your shoulder blades. And release your arms up to the sky. Once again, let's crisscross the opposite. Left arm goes over top, right arm underneath. And release your arms again. Step your feet wide once more. Let's open the arms up to the sky and out. Lift up your right heel. Externally rotate that leg and place the foot down. Pick up your left heel, and sit it out to the side. Triangle pose. Open up. Let's go the other way. Shift the hips. Just getting started. And inhale, bring yourself back on up. Turn both feet to be parallel once again. Step your feet together, bring your palms together. And let's set our intention for the practice today. Go ahead and close your eyes. See that intention clearly written. You can even see yourself physically writing that on a piece of paper, or typing it onto a screen, or painting it. See it clearly. And then each time we come back to this place in our practice with the palms together, let that be a reminder. Let that be a place where you reconnect with your intention each time. Let your chin draw into your chest. Release your arms down by your side and open the eyes back up. Good. So let's come on to the mat, to the front of the mat. And we're going to start out moving with some sun breaths. Flowing on the breath in a vinyasa fashion, so one breath per movement. You can follow along. If you need to stop and pause, and pick back up whenever you'd like. Okay, here we are nice and tall. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Let your head and neck release. Inhale, come into a long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, palms to your chest. Adding on, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, left leg and right leg. Downward dog. Lift high onto the balls of your feet. Got your stilettos on. Place your knees down onto the mat. Shift your shoulders gently forward, right over your hands. We're going to do 5 little push-ups here. Look forward beyond your mat so the neck is long, the shoulders are down the back. Bend your elbows right alongside your rib cage and press back up. Here we go. Good, then press back once again to downward facing dog. Creating a little heat in that upper chest. Look forward, step your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, come into prepare pose. Exhale, fold, head and neck release down. Breathe it and take your focus right up to the sky. Exhale, palms at your chest, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Urdhva Hastasana, upward hands. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Forward bend. Inhale, prepare, half forward bend. Exhale, right leg goes back. Left leg goes back. Lift back, downward facing dog. Pull the thighs back. High onto the balls of your feet. Lower the knees down. Here we go. 5 more little push-ups here. Pubic bone and navel are pulling in towards one another. 1, 2. Excellent. Press yourself back once again. Downward facing dog. Look forward. Step or hop your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Adding on, inhale, reach up. We'll change it up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, step back, left leg. Step back, right leg, plank pose. Lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward dog. Or low cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg lift up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale to a high lunge. Exhale, bend both knees. Drop your arms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend both knees, arms down. Inhale, reach up. On your exhale, start to reach forward. Take your upper arm across the front thigh. Coming into a twist. My back leg is active, or I can rest the knee onto the ground. One more breath here. Good. Then inhale, bring yourself back up. High lunge. Exhale, hands to floor. Step back, down dog. Add that vinyasa if you want to. Left leg reaches up. Exhale, step it forward. Here we go. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, let your wings move. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now, press into your back leg. Press your heel back. Start to hinge forward and bring the right side of your back forward and around for that twist. Good. Inhale, bring yourself back on up. Woo! Exhale, put your hands down to the ground. Step back, downward dog. Lift high onto the balls of your feet and bend your knees, step walk, or jump your feet forward. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Good. I love practicing outside, but sometimes the uneven ground gets a little tricky. So here we go. Back in Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, left leg back. Inhale, right leg back. Plank pose. Lower chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Okay, let's take the left leg and lift it up. Exhale, step it forward between your hands. Place your right heel down and come on up for our beautiful warrior 2 pose. All right. So we're going to turn that front palm to face up and move a little here. So you stretch through that front leg. Extend the front leg and exhale, rebend it. Back arm's just going to rest. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. Reach both arms out long. Turn both feet to be parallel and externally rotate the other side. Knee is bent right over the ankle. Front arm lifts open. Back arm is going to release down. Inhale. Extend the front leg. Exhale, rebend. Inhale and exhale. So as we move here, we want to make sure that the pelvis is pretty level. It's staying nice and stable. Any movement is coming from the upper chest and the back. Last one. And release. Turn both feet to be parallel once again. Now, like we did at the beginning of class, let's take the back of the palms together. Release the chin towards the chest. And then inhale, stretch up to the sky. Press away as you breathe in. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So it's a nice circle. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Release your arms out. Step your feet together. Okay. Take your arms out wide. Cross your right arm again over your left. Sit yourself down. Cross your left leg over your right. Eagle pose. Soaring high in the sky. Release your arms. Release your legs. Take your arms up and then exhale. Other side. Left arm goes over top of right. I take a little tiny mini chair. And then my right leg goes over top my left. You can use your foot as a little kickstand there, or you can wrap it if that's available, or just hug it close in. Good. Release your arms. Release your legs. Inhale, come on up. Reach up high. And exhale, bring your palms to your chest. Okay. So, let's go into a little balancing series. So it's going to be a twist into a balance. And I know you can do it. So, here we are. I'll show a modification, and then I'll also show the next steps after that. Okay? So, I'm going to come onto the ball of my foot. This is a great place to start. If the balance is just challenging for you today, let's stay here. Take a little twist. It looks all fancy, right? Like you're a little rockette or showgirl of some sort. So take your arm across and look over your back shoulder. Now my standing leg, which is the left leg here, it's strong. It's reaching in the ground. And the crown of my head is lengthening upwards. Good. If you'd like to move on from there, you take your knee up. So you're in a toe to the knee. Hand's going to go across, and you're going to rotate. Good. Now, I'm not going to reach my hand back here today, but instead, I'm going to keep the hand on the hip and think about rolling this shoulder onto the back a little bit more. Instead of forward, roll it around and down the back. Whoa! A little windy here. Good. All right. Here we go. That's it. Now, I'm going to reach my arms out, keep the inner thighs drawing towards one another, reach the arms up, rotate my torso forward, and then I'm going to kick my right leg back behind me and come into a warrior three. Bring your elbows out to the sides, reach out through your wings, right? Nice and fluid arms. And then tuck your knee into your chest, bring your palms to meet. There's that intention again. Take a step down and breathe in, come up to stand. Breathe out, palms to your chest, Tadasana. Let's do the other side. So, I'm going to come into that little stiletto heel here, forced arch. In the dance world, it would be called a forced arch. And towards that bent leg. Okay, so here I am. Again, focusing on this back shoulder rolling up and back. It's a good place to just start here. Kind of a cue to where the body's heading. If you'd like to move on from here, you can stay here and just pull that leg right on up. Or you can go back to the center and go into it that way as well. Two more breaths. There's a sensation of this bent leg, the leg that's in the air, like that hip is wrapping forward and inwards towards the opposite leg, helping to open across that back, allowing space for the rib cage to rotate. Again, it's pretty windy here. Just kidding. All right, arms are going to reach out, reach up through your arms, reach up to the sky, rotate forward, and then start to reach your arms forward. Here we are in that warrior three once again. Two more breaths. Wings reach out to the sides. Left side of the back is rotating forward as the left leg reaches back. Bend your knees, palms to your chest. Here's that intention, whatever you set. Inhale. Let's move back to the front of the mat once again. All right, inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, left leg back. Inhale, right leg back. Lower all the way to the ground. And release your arms down by your sides. Take your hands, place them stacked on one on top of the other. Let your forehead rest onto your hands. Take a few breaths here and imagine warm sunlight down onto the back and the space between your shoulder blades, helping to warm that area, to soften, to release tension as we start to bring a little more awareness to that area and engage the upper back. So you're going to lift your elbows first up away from the ground. So elbows will lift. Inhale, chest lifts. And then as you exhale, release the elbows, release the torso, everything down. So just moving in the upper back. Elbows lift. Inhale, upper torso lifts. Keep your hands connected to your forehead. Nice big breath in and exhale, lower down. Good. Last time. Self back to all fours. Knees are underneath your hips, and we're going to take the forearms down to the floor for a dolphin pose. The hands can go flat onto the mat, or you can interlace your fingers and lift the hips up. Now again, press your forearms down. Let that space we just worked on spreading that light around to stay relaxed and open. Back of the neck long. So you're working with ease, you're working with grace, and allowing the stability of the base, the stability, just like the mountain has that stability of its base, to create and allow for a fluidity in the body, in the breath, in the energetic body. And release your knees down and come to sit back up. Sit onto your heels. All right. So I'm going to reach my arms out to the side today and reach up with one arm, bend it, give myself a pat on the back for showing up. Left arm is going to reach out, turn it in, and reach up. So my hands may touch in the back. They may not. You can hold your shirt if you have a strap available. You can hold that strap there. or you can just let your hands rest along the back, okay? So this is a good shoulder opener. It is not one of my favorite poses, but it is one I'm trying to get a little bit more friendly with. So especially with all of the working at home stuff for everyone, this is a great pose. What I love about this pose is that my hand rests, this top hand rests right at that space between the shoulder blades on the spine. And it encourages that place to just soften and relax, and soften and relax. Good. Release your arms out to the sides and release them down. Let's take the other side. Left arm's going to reach up. I'm going to give myself that pat on the back. Good. Reach your right arm out. Turn the arm in and back. One side will be very different from the other. Perfectly normal. We are not symmetrical creatures. We're looking for balance, not symmetry, but balance. Good. Be cautious that the chin isn't falling forward, but almost the opposite, that your head, if you had a hand resting right behind your head, the head was resting gently into that palm. Good. One more breath here. And then release your arms out to the sides and down behind you. Good. Okay, let's turn back once again. Come onto all fours. Step back with your legs and come into downward facing dog. Press into the feet. Press into the arms. That space between the shoulder blades is soft. Good. Place your knees down. Sit over to one side and swing your legs out in front of you. So we're going to come into a tabletop this morning, and that can be done with the hands in a couple positions. You can take the fingertips towards the back of your pelvis, out to the sides of your mat, or even back towards the back of your mat. You want to pick which one feels best for your body. Our focus will be to keep the pelvis and to initiate that movement from the lifting of the pelvis. So again, that support of the legs and the hips, the support of the base, allows for a freedom, a grace, and an ease in the upper carriage, in the chest, the throat, the head, all of that. Okay, so I'm going to place my hands. I like to take my hands, fingertips out to the sides. That works best for my body right now as it is. Okay, so each day it's a new thing. And my feet are hip distance apart, and they're about 1 foot, not as in 12 inches, but one of your feet away from the body. So I'm going to press down through my feet. Again, draw the sit bones towards one another energetically and muscularly. Press into your feet. Scoop your hips up. Lead with your hips. Remember, the chest is like the cherry on top. It's just the freedom, balance right on top. Like that snow just resting on top of the mountains behind me. And just absorbing that sunlight right into the center of your chest. In your throat. In your chest. In your throat. Good. To come down, lead with the hips once again. Place them down. Come off of your wrists. Give yourself a hug. Let's take that little twist, kind of like we did standing. Rotate. And the other way. And bring yourself back once again. Okay, we're going to do another tabletop. So my hands are going to go back. Maybe you want to try a different hand position this time. Okay? Maybe you don't. That's okay too. My feet, again, about 1 foot. One of my foots, not quite sure how to say that. 1 foot distance away from the body. Lead with the hips. There's a drawing in energetically and muscularly of the sit bones. towards one another. Pelvic floor lifts, hips lift, press down, keep that lifting. The hips are supporting the chest. 3 breaths here. Good, and then slowly lower down. Once again, give yourself that beautiful little hug. This time let your chin draw into your chest, your forehead rest towards your knees. And come to sit upright. We're going to take the left leg and extend it forward. We're going to take that left arm, reach it up, and turn towards the front leg. Now go ahead if it's available. You can hug the knee in this way. We don't want to pull it too far across the body, but keep it right in line with that hip point right here. Hip, knee, hip point, knee. I can also, if it's available, take that arm across. Okay, but today I'm going to hug my knee here. Shoulder rolls back. That standing leg or the leg that's extended is pressing down to roots. Bring yourself back to the center, both legs forward. Left knee pulls in. Right leg is firm down to the ground. Right arm reaches up to the sky. I'm sitting really tall on my hips. If I need to, you can prop on a blanket and rotate. So you would need a blanket if you're rolling towards the back of your hips. And bring yourself back to the center. Okay. Both legs are extended forward. You're sitting up super tall. 3 breaths here. That's it. Now hold underneath your right knee. Give it a pull up and out to the side. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to take a little twist so that right side of the back is going to move forward as you start to hinge forward. This might be just far enough for you. Seated upright might be just enough, but we're going to go forward if it's possible. You can loop your strap or hold with your foot, with your hands at the ball of your foot. This is called Janushirasana. It's an excellent pose for balancing both left and right sides of the body and the brain and the energetic body. It's a really great hip opener for this bent leg and also opens the back of the hamstrings. Now, as far as what we are focusing on today, when you can let the head release, it becomes a nice release for the back gate of the air center. So just what is happening is that release. So any excess air, excess worry, excess chatter, releasing, folding forward, letting go. And then bring yourself up. Take your knee in and stretch it forward to join your other foot. Hold underneath your left knee, give it a little pull up, and turn it out to the side. Again, this might be just the place for you today. If you'd like to move forward, stay upright on your sit bones, place that blanket if you're not, and then start to hinge yourself forward. And then walk yourself back up once again. Pull your knee in, stretch your leg out long, and come to sit tall. Okay, let's come into a comfortable seat. I'm going to take my little pillow here and sit up on that, just to elevate my seat. It helps, especially if we're going to sit a little while, just to give a little bit of relief from the back. But a lot of times when you meditate, what's cool, this thing happens as the center line of the body becomes even more charged or alive, it becomes effortless to sit upright. So the more we can bring ourselves to that space, just the better our posture gets on a daily basis as well. So find yourself a comfortable spot, and let's take a little side lean before we do our meditation. Right hand's going to go onto the mat beside you. Left arm's going to lift up. Now I want to make sure my rib cage isn't splaying forward, but it's hugging in. And I'm going to lean over to the side. Bring yourself upright. Left hand's going to go down. Right arm's going to lift up. Little side lean. And bring yourself up. And release your arms down. So one of the things that I feel like happens with the heart center or the air center, that excess air, is that we put these expectations on ourselves, or I can speak for myself. I can't speak for you. What I'm finding is that I have put years and years of expectations on myself, and to be a certain way or to do certain things. And at some point, it doesn't always come to that point, but usually at some point in your life, there's a point where you just decide, I'm just going to lay it all down and just start fresh, or kind of wipe the canvas clean and start painting a new portrait. And what I found when that happens, and I'm finding now, is that there's just this freedom that comes not only mentally, but also within the body. And so one of the things I think that happens a lot with the air center of the body is that there's an accumulation of shoulda, woulda, couldas, right? So I should have done this. I wish I would have done that. I could have done this. So that puts us on this cycle of perpetual disappointment for yourself and your accomplishments, and just not even recognizing your own beauty. And what I'm finding in my own life and in my own practice is that I've reached this point where I've been doing and doing and doing. And I remember one time my teacher telling me, Jess, you're working too hard. And I completely burst into tears because I said, but I feel like I'm not working hard enough. And that sentence has been coming back to me and coming back to me. So there's a certain amount of doing that, yes, we need to do. But there's a certain amount of undoing, and there's a certain amount of not doing. And I feel like those two pieces, those 2/3, we could say, are the pieces that we tend to not value. So just for today, or maybe you'll carry this through the rest of your week or the rest of your month or life, however, if it doesn't resonate with you, you can just toss it right out. But I just want to say, that air center is definitely a place where those things can accumulate. It can accumulate as tension in the upper back. It can accumulate as in like a frozen shoulder or tightness in the throat or chest, all kinds of ways. So today our meditation is going to be about kind of slicing those cords. We're actually going to physically see ourselves slice those cords of disappointment, those cords of conditional love, and then we will replace that with a visual that helps to enliven unconditional love for the self, for yourself. And that, for me, is the definition of self-care. So let's come into that comfortable seat once again. Make any adjustments that you need. And bring your hands and give yourself a hug. So place your hands right underneath your arms. Close your eyes. We're seated tall. We have that stable base, just like the base of a mountain. Stable. We have the crown of the head as the peak of the mountain, receiving the sunlight. And the sunlight, like the snow cascading down the mountains, the sunlight cascading down the mountains, down the sides of your body. Soothing, supportive, and safe. So as we breathe here, those hands are just gently applying pressure to the body, helping to open and balance left and right sides of the nostrils, the brain, and the energetic system. Take your top arm and place it underneath so it changes the crossing of your arms. Notice if you've started to work too hard and maybe your sit bones or your tailbone is starting to tip forward because you're reaching far, trying hard. Re-anchor those sit bones just like the base of the mountain. Lengthen the crown as the peak. And as you sit here with this pranayama, this is called Padadirsasana, this breathing technique, you might notice things become a little more quiet. And as that happens, release your hands down to your thighs. Palms can face up or down. Down is more grounding, more rooting, more calming. And we're going to sit for a few moments and allow whatever needs to bubble up, just bubble up. Maybe it comes in the form of a picture, a word, a color. And whatever that limiting belief or limiting thought may be, take a look at it and then see yourself pick up a sword and slice the cord. So as if it has a cord from your heart to that picture, that visual, you just slice that cord and let it float away. You You can even say, thank you, name it, I release you. So as you clean up that collection of limiting thoughts or preconceptions of who you may be, using that mighty sword, see yourself place your sword down by your side. It's there for you. Anytime one of those thoughts that no longer serve pops up, you can just simply say, thank you, slice, I release you. Now move your awareness to the center of your chest and visualize the most radiant, shining emerald possible. And place that emerald green, right at the center of your chest, inside. Allow that verdant green to fill the chest with green, glowing green light, down the arms, down the palms, all from that source of that glowing green emerald right in the middle of your chest. Now be sure to spread that green emerald across the back of your shoulder blades. Wrap it around the back of your rib cage. Into your fingertips. Now as that green glow grows, maybe it reaches and extends just beyond your body, into the space around you. And allow that to stay. Visualize a rose pink glow pouring down from the sunlight or from the sky and filling the space around you. A rosy pink glow. Inside of it, that beautiful emerald green glow from the middle of your chest. Beautiful radiance of the soul, that green light. Nourished by that healing pink rose glow of unconditional love. Allow that pink rose glow to stay with you. And allow that glow in the rib cage and the center of your chest to stay with you. Let your palms meet at the center of your chest. You can even hold that emerald in the palm of your hand still. And the intention that I would like to share for today, for this meditation, is I am me. What a beautiful thing to be. Or affirmation, if you'd like to call it. I am me. What a beautiful thing to be. I am me. What a beautiful thing to be. I am me. What a beautiful thing to be. Let your chin draw slightly into your chest. And make your way to lie down in Shavasana. Allow your body to rest on the earth, providing that stability, safety, allow the navel to radiate like the sun, providing nourishment, transformation, clarity. Allow the chest and upper back to feel the expanse of the sky, and any limitations pass by just like clouds. They do not stick around. They pass through, bring their message. We say thank you, and they're on their way. Feel the back of your head supported by the ground, allowing the ears, the inner ear, the nostrils, the nasal passages, all to feel the support so they can open, relieving any held tension or contraction. Allow yourself to rest in Shavasana. Allow the winds of wisdom to wash through your body. Allow the winds of wisdom to clear any debris around your body. And allow the winds of wisdom to bring inspiration and guidance into your life. Namaste. Gently begin to bring yourself back. Feel your body, your hands. Press the tongue to your roof of your mouth. Roll to one side and come to sit upright. Bring your palms to meet at your chest. I am me. What a beautiful thing to be. And then start to spread your vision back into the space once again. So I'm so happy that you've joined me today, and I hope that you've enjoyed this practice. If you have any questions about the practice, our meditation, why I chose certain poses, you can email me, you can post it in the comments below, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. I just find that this space is just unbelievably beautiful and powerful, and I wanted to share that with you. Next week we'll pick up with our usual live stream class, and I hope that I see you then, and I look forward to seeing you all again, your beautiful faces, and hearing your voices, and how you've been. So take care. Have a wonderful, simple, sweet Sunday.